Valentine. I think we just about made it. Ah. Right, I need to get back behind the bar. Here we are back again. Let me just fix the chat box. Oh, this silly thing. You would not believe it. You would not believe it. I'd have thought just a touch, that things wouldn't break quite so early. But instead, here we are. Here we go. It's lovely to see you all. Come on in. Come on in. It's great. I love you. Come on. Get your ass inside, okay? You're looking as good as the day we met. Even more beautiful than the day we very first met, which is impossible because you were perfect then, which I don't know. Witchcraft? Voodoo? Something? I have no idea. You've done something to become even more beautiful, and it's beyond my comprehension. So, so come on in. Come on. There we are. Perfect. There you all are. I hope you're enjoying the Valentine's Day aesthetic for Club Netherbrand. The pink. I've thrown in some pink this time for our morning coffee. So happy Valentine's Day, one and all. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Obviously, there's a lot I'm excited for. There's a lot that I have to show. There's a lot I have to say. And obviously, I love morning coffee. And of course, just want to double check that the artist is in the thumbnail who did the amazing morning coffee. That was it. Shark Soup. They are still there. Good. That didn't get lost in the changeover. I would not have been able to stomach it if I had lost my artist in the changeover. Not at all. Either way. Happy Valentine's. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to have you here. Oh, and of course, 𝓱𝓸𝓾𝓻, thank you very much. Morning, Zander. Happy Valentine's Day. Love you. Have a good day. Why, thank you. All the love right back at you. Now, I know personally that there is nothing I find more romantic than having a little cheeky morning coffee on, a special day. And today I am indeed having coffee. I'm still waiting for it to cool. It's a very hot mug, but ASMR sounds. It's a black coffee, beautiful, it's wonderful, and it's nice. It's very nice. Don't worry, you'll be getting your ASMR later this evening. Only the best for you, darling. Only the best for you. Now, I'm hoping that this evening's ASMR is going to be sort of similar to this, We can sit back, relax, chat, see what comes out of everything, and with a little luck, I'm hoping a little luck, or maybe judgment, we can just sit and have a really nice, relaxing, romantic evening of just spending some of the night together. And of course, after that, I'm going to be making a surprise appearance somewhere else with one of the Avalon boys between now and, the end of Valentine's Day, or I suppose technically it would be past midnight, but either way, I'm making a surprise appearance somewhere else. And yes, I'd just like to thank as well all of you for coming out yesterday to the rather lovely collaboration that we did with, Lucy and Gail and Kaz and Roscoe to see us play Nekopara Catboy's Paradise. And even more so for everyone who stopped by to see me play Date with Death. Date with Death. That Grim has me feeling certain ways. Don't worry, you're all safe now. I'm back to my regular antics. But yes, yesterday was probably one of my favorite days that I've streamed so far. It was very fun. Now, the question is, I now get to spend all of Valentine's Day with all of you, which is something that I am very keen on. Oh, Lala. Good morning, Zanny. Happy Valentine's Day. It's nighttime for me, but have an amazing day. Well, happy Valentine's night. Just means you're at the best bit earlier than me. Actually, I've had a thing where apparently a lot of people in different time zones tune in for my morning coffee streams, which I really appreciate. I see that a lot. So a huge thank you if you're tuning in from somewhere that's further afield, and of course a huge thank you if you're one of the many other content creators or one of the many other VTube people that felt the need to share how good the morning coffee streams were. Apparently I'm critically acclaimed now, so a huge thank you to the people who've turned around and done that. It was rather it's rather interesting. Oh, I'm seeing some GMTs in chat. I see you GMTs. But yes, I didn't think other people like I was spoken to by, I don't want to name drop other people, other creators without that, but at the same time I'm going to say, oh, Berry, thank you, Berry. At work I can't stay, but I want to say happy Valentine's Day, Zanny and Netherlings. Don't worry, Berry, don't worry, get your work out of the way, and happy Valentine's Day to you too. You can most certainly join me sometime later tonight or whenever it suits your fancy. Believe it or not, there are VODs for almost everything these days. Oh, Lamp Devil, as a morning coffee stream expert, I can certify that yours are one of the best going. Thank you for making my mornings cozier, Lamp Devil. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. No, I honestly had actually never done some morning coffee streams before this, which is great because I've just sort of stepped into this like an old pair of boots. Hanini. Good morning, Zanny. Watching the VOD for A Date with Death was cute, hee, and happy Valentine's Day. Rose for you. Oh, a rose for you too. Thank you all so much for being so kind. I have to take also a very quick moment on the topic of, Date with Death and Valentines and roses and everything, to say everyone's been so supportive of my streams the start of this week. Ooh. Everyone's just come straight in, and I'm so happy. And yes, that's absolutely delightful. I have to admit, it's got me all swooning. I think it's got me everywhere. I feel like I'm swooning over the idea of just how much everyone's jumped on this. And also, I have to take a super quick moment to shout out my dear acquaintance, one Mr. Underhill, for his sterling recommendation. I didn't mention this earlier, but shout out to Mr. Underhill and his little parliament of owls. They were lovely to me, and I didn't expect people to pass me around so quickly. But enough of that. You know, I love hearing from all of that. I love hearing about it all. I love talking about it. But what I want to talk about is getting my focus back on all of you, because honestly, this has been a really great start. But I love our comfy, cozy vibes, and the ones that the regular vibes that we came to, because heck, that's what we're all here for. So I thought we would just talk, chat, gossip, do whatever we need to do, and then just play things by ear. After all, it's like jazz. It's a jazz club, isn't it? Also, I don't know if anyone saw, I got I can't believe it. I meant to say, so last stream I mentioned how I'm doing language classes, right? I'm doing language course. I'm trying to pick up a new language, and I ended up getting into this little like cool little clique with these like five Nigerian guys who were super cute, and we made a little 5-person clique. And oh, Shadow Aisha, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. You're delightful. Oh, so I've been told that I need to move classes, well, actually they moved everyone else's classes but me. So I've lost my Nigerian friends. They moved them to a different timetable, and they moved all 5 of them in one go and left me behind. And I'm like, I'm bereft, cast adrift, thrown at sea. They were my nice Nigerian friends. And I was like, no, I'm heartbroken. I mean, I know that I only hung out with them like once, but at the same time, how dare they? How dare this school separate me from my dear new friends? Oh well. I just couldn't believe that they somehow managed to split it exactly like everyone but me. I think I'm being targeted by the school personally. I think I'm being targeted. They're not letting me make friends. It's fine. I know I was always a disruptive presence in school. Whenever Zanny would always turn around and whenever Zanny would turn around as a child and be in school, I would always get those end of year report forms where they would go, good, but could use more focus. Is disruptive in class. I was tagged as disruptive in class. I bet at least one person here was disruptive in class as well. I bet it's like a 45% split of people here that were disruptive. I bet. It's definitely. That's wonderful though. I absolutely adore that. I was always a naughty child though. I was never very angelic with my behavior, which, you know, it's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. I feel like if you have real potential as a child, then you have to play up at some point. You have to, because I remember I would get in so much trouble as a child. And when I say a child, I mean I was what, like when in demon years, it would have to be like not much, probably. Got 1 second. I have to do the math from demon to human. You take the decade and then you divide by 3 and carry the 1, rounding upwards, treated like dog years. So I would have been like maybe 12-ish in human years, but I was always very, very, very poorly behaved. I actually got kicked out of a couple of schools when I was very, very young, which was there. I was a naughty little incubus. Why yes, dog years. It's sort of the same principle. Haha, woof. Woof. But yes, I would get in trouble. I got kicked out of two or three little schools for being disruptive, which, you know, I was bad. I was very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. And I remember at one point they sent me to one of those little reformed schools, you know, the ones where it's like turn the kids around and make them into good kids. But I don't think anyone realized that if you put a bunch of bad demon children together in one place, they tend to not get better. They just tend to learn to be bad from each other. Learn to be bad from each other. So I was very naughty. I was very naughty. Which, you know, but I think you can tell that, you know, I was always on the bad side. A little bit cheeky, Yes, it was a boarding school. It was a boarding school. I was sent away to demon boarding school to try and fix my behavior, which, you know, didn't work. Came back, stole a crystal, all of that. I think you've seen it. There's an entire animation done by the amazing people at 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 Studios on somewhere around here. Maybe it's down there, or depends on how you have your YouTube layout. It might be on this bar on this side. It's probably in your recommended. A lot of it's in the recommended. But we're making indeed. I broke the fourth wall. I broke the fourth wall just a touch with that one. What does a demon need to learn? I'll have you know, a demon needs to learn plenty. First of all, there was literary arts. I studied that for years. I studied theatre. I studied demonic theatre and art. I know a fair bit about classic paintings. I looked at again classic literature. A lot of my education is literature based. Oof. A lot of it, like a disturbing amount. Obviously, basic mathematics, which I was terrible at. I don't know how I passed. I have no idea how I passed basic mathematics. So, fun fact, I actually failed my basic English qualification. Everyone jokes that I can't read, right? Everyone jokes that I can't read, but I failed my basic English qualification the first time around. The very first time around, I failed it completely. And when I say it was fail, I mean failed. And I actually ended up having to go to another place to study where the exam was considered to be easier. And okay. I'm going to tell you this. Don't tell anyone though. Don't tell anyone. I cheated to get my basic English qualification exam to pass. I did something sneaky. I did something very, very sneaky. And I can't tell you how I did it. Actually, I can. I mean, technically, I loaded it on. There was an essay that needed to be written in a time limit, and what I did was I loaded my pre-existing notes onto I believe it was a demonic flash drive, kept it in my sock, and then when the exam came around, we were able to type our essay. I reached into my little sock and put the USB into the computer, and I copied the entire essay that I'd written a few nights before with everything perfect, with all the grammar and punctuation, everything, onto the document at the time. and it was very naughty of me, very, very naughty. But it was considered an A-level essay, right? It was considered an A-level essay, and considering that was what I'd written, if I'd had an extra day to prepare, where I actually knew that, you know, listen, just be fair. I think the real challenge was actually getting to my socks, considering the boots I wear. Thigh highs are great. Thigh highs are great. Okay, shout out thigh highs. Thigh highs. I've mentioned my thigh high rainbow socks, haven't I? Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, that kicks my little demonic ass. I've mentioned, yes, yeah, there's some people who don't know, so we'll add some people to the mix. Another Incubus that I know gifted me for my birthday when I turned 20 human years. Let me do the conversion. 22, 22. These ridiculous rainbow thigh-high socks, which I still own to this day because I can't bring myself to get rid of them. Because, you know, it's a silly gift that a silly friend got you. And even though, well, I can't lie and say that I've never worn them. It would be a lie to say that I'd never worn them. But, like, you know, because curiosity at some point is just like, okay, I've got to see if these do look good. And I'm like, they're not quite my speed. They're not quite my speed. But I appreciate that. I appreciate the gift. I mean, you can never turn around and be like, you know. Sorry, your little demons in chat, my netherlings, my sweet little netherlings. I mean, I didn't go out of my way to like put them on. It was just the fact where it's like, okay, I was given these as a gift. Let's try them on. Let's have a laugh. You know. It's cute. It's cute. It's very cute. Trust me, you know how it is when you have your friends, your bros, and you gift them cosplays of their waifus, and they eventually feel the curiosity to dress up as their waifus, and then you know you turn around and steadily just encourage them to dress as their waifus full time. You know. Also, rather large shout out to the Avalum server as well. I love the Avalum server. I've been seeing screenshots on Twitter from the people over on the server. You're all a chaotic little mess. Zanny keeps saying gold. Anything Zanny says is gold. I've never worn a maid's dress before though. I've never done that. I've worn high heels before. I was in a stage production of, blatantly outing my theatrical background, but I've worn high heels as part of a show before, and it was part of a charity musical cabaret that was being done in I want to say the late 2010s, 2020s, something like that, in the late 2010s, and pretty much it was a production of Kinky Boots, and the whole thing was we were doing lots of little musicals in the space of 1 hour, one little performance from each, and it was to raise money for this hospice for children, and I obviously was part of it, and I have very big feet. I'm a big demon, okay? I am, you can't tell, but like I'm a big demon, everything sized appropriately. So I wear about European, or I suppose it would be European/British size 12s, 11s, 12s, and I have to have these big high heels on with the big point, with the big thing where they make the clack 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 as I move around, and I'm like, oof, here we go, easy, easy. But no, we raised a lot of money for a children's hospital, or the hospice, sorry. We raised a lot of money for a children's hospice, which I'm actually quite proud of to this day. And it was a performance of Kinky Boots. It was a performance of, what was the other one? Rent. Everyone loves Rent. Chess. There was some Don't Cry for Me Argentina thrown in. It was very good. It was very good. And I have to admit, even oh my goodness, even 7 years? No. 6 years. 6 years. That's a lot. Oh, that feels so... Oh, I feel so old. Oh, I feel so old. Even 6 years after, I still have quite the I'm still quite proud of the fact that we actually did manage to do something good for kids for once, you know? Might be a demon, but I'm soft on the kiddos, okay? Old? I'm not old, okay? I'm only 126. I'm very young. I'm very young. 126 whole years old, okay? That's startlingly young for an incubus, okay? Everything's still beautiful. Also, I loved I loved getting to do a lot of theatre. I was in it for years and years and years and years, and my good old demon mother, demon mummy, decided to get me into theatre very, very young, very, very young. I was one of those child actors. One of those. 𝔂𝓸𝓾𝓻. Hey Zanny, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, darling. Happy Valentine's Day. And this is their first super, their first ever super. Thank you very, very much, 𝔂𝓸𝓾. You are charming and brilliant, and big thumbs up to you. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate this. No, not the last name. My apologies if I did stumble on any pronunciations. I've been around the world a lot, and I've learned a few different languages, and I muddied through. So I think my pronunciation is like above average for most things. Oh, I had a moment in Japan where like the praise thing kicked hard like a mule in my chest. I think I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the producer of Avalum's Crossing Fates, which if you haven't listened to it, it's available on all streaming services right now. Management, put down the weapon. It it was the good boy moment. Yes. It was when I did a thing in Japanese and I hit like a transition in the studio really well, and it was like do 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 do, and he was like, good boy, and I was like, ha 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 ha. You know, like 3 phrases in English, and why does that have to be one of them? Like I feel like that's unfair. I feel like that's someone who's min-maxed their English. Like, you know, if you're going to learn English, just min-max it to the 3 core phrases. Like cursing someone, asking for coffee / alcohol / whatever, and good boy. That's like, I feel like those are the only 3 that you need. Like, why all of them, all of them, okay? My kink is showing. Listen. It's Valentine's Day. If there was ever a time for them, it's today of all days. If someone were to cosplay you, what would your reaction be? Oh, that would be cute. That would be really cute. I don't mind anyone cosplaying or doing things or doing any of that or writing stuff or making art. I actually do check on like all of the hashtags, and I see some really cute stuff. You know, even like the absolute smut that is written at times, I have like a little glance and I'm like, oh, that's cute. I inspired someone to make something, you know? Even if it is just like a little fic of me getting railed. I find that strangely adorable, which, I don't know, maybe it's a strange thing for me, but I find the idea of getting to be another person's artistic muse in whatever category, whether that is for writing or for a piece of music or for some art, whatever category it is, it's all art. But at the same time, if I've inspired someone to make something cool, then that's a huge win in my book. And I think that anything with enough effort and love put in is really cool. So I guess maybe even the playlist on Spotify, which says how I'm like a, what is it, a bad bitch, a bad hoe, a bad thing, something. I saw it. Someone like sent me a little screen cap of it, which is cute. Very, very cute. But I find that really adorable. Oh goodness. I really have to like start saving when I start talking about absolute filth for like past the 1 hour mark. But then again, I like talking about absolute abject filth. So I don't know. And if you saw me playing A Date with Death, okay. I don't know how A Date with Death is still monetized. So it's been given the thumbs up by YouTube. And I don't know. There's one bit where I literally call death submissive and breedable, and I kick down a door and go, "Hello, the Grim Reaper. You're looking fertile today." And how all of my Pal World streams, I had get the yellow mark for, you know, inappropriate and lascivious language, right? I have a dirty little mouth, but at the same time, and a devilish tongue, but at the same time, turning around and saying all of that part to death. YouTube's like, yeah, no, this little platinum head twink, you can go to town on him, Zander. You can go to town. YouTube related, exactly. Speak your truth on dev. I was like, Sam, I have to speak my truth. Raise up my voice, as it were, and let the truth be heard. Exactly. It's fertile's a new term we learned. I'm not sure where that came from. I think just seeing, you know, weak and blushy and very submissive little partners brings something dark and horrifying out of me. He was so baby girl. He was so pretty. But yes. Enough about him. It's rude of me to talk about someone else over our Valentine's Day coffee. Okay, it's you and I. Okay, it's you and I. I definitely appreciated the game suggestions though, and I think I'm going to do more visual novels. I think I will. I think that's something that like is my thing, because it lets me play around with like the voice acting that you seem to enjoy, and all of you do seem to like enjoy or get a little kick out of the voices I do, which is really fun. I really do enjoy getting to, you know, turn around and, you know, pull out the Neko voice at times when I need to go. Let me just do the whole thing. I'll do the little sorry master teehee, and you know, turn around and drop it down like something else, where it's like down here or something like that. But I do, and you know, it's good. The voice acting's great. Why, thank you. It's better be great. Better be great. I spent a lot of money on getting it that good. I have like a fancy bit of paper that says I'm a proper voice actor. Oh, Mooney, as one of the absolute filth writers, I'm genuinely honoured that you enjoy being a muse to us, and I'd say it's working too. Kiss the ground and drink the sky ended up basically writing itself. I see the little plug in there. I see the little plug, the little title plug. I appreciate it though. I haven't read it yet, but you know, maybe I will. I don't know. Depends. I'm always like, do I read stuff? Do I read the little things? Because I'm like, on one hand, there are a few that I've seen where I'm like, I'm just gonna quickly glance at the tags and just be like, what is this? What is it? Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. And I'm moving on just to not be like, just to not like get in anyone's privacy. You know, if you guys want to do whatever, do whatever. Tee. But it's wholesome. It's wholesome. Wholesome filth. Wholesome filth. Maybe that's what I should start calling myself. Maybe I should be wholesome filth. It's great to see you enjoying visual novels with a voice acting bonus. Oh, Samire, thank you so much. I do really enjoy voice acting novels and doing visual novels. Actually, I have a game on the list which I've already got permission for all of us to play when it comes out. Have you heard of a game called Touch Starved? Touch Starved. Have you heard of that? I've already got permission. The developers were really cool. They were really cool. Big shout out to the Touch Starved developers. They were insanely cool when we reached out to them. Like, they turned around and they were like, yep, do this, enjoy yourself, have fun, do your thing. By the way, here's a pronunciation guide for all of our boys. The only thing that we require you to do is to make sure that you read all of the names right and like pronounce them properly. And I'm like, that's easy. That's easy peasy. You know, I can do that. And like the whole thing was really chill, and they just had very chill approaches to everything. And I genuinely appreciate a good bit of chill in my video game developer, and they were very nice. So we've already got perms for Touch Starved, which is absolutely awesome, absolutely hecking awesome. Which, again, big thumbs up, two thumbs up, love that, wonderful. But there's that, and what else is there? I did have a few others tagged, but don't worry. I want to do visual novels, and I want to have fun with those, and just do my thing. Just do my thing. It's a big win, and I don't really think anyone else really plans on doing visual novels, and you know, the whole cutesy vibes. So I think that's another little niche. As much as I love the morning coffees and the little Valentine's Day streams and all of that, it's definitely something that's going to be fun. And obviously the ASMR thing tonight is going to be great too. I'm really excited to do the little the ASMR streams, because you know, I think that it's fun. I just think it's neat. And I really appreciate the how neat things are, you know. Maybe I'm a silly little incubus. I always have been, always will be. But you know, oh, I can't wait for more ASMR. Do you plan to play the first Our Life game, the first one with Cove, my beloved? I could. It's difficult. It's difficult. On one hand, I might hold off, and sort of just be like, okay, I'll wait for the sequel, because as much as I love Cove, I have already played it, and I feel like my reactions won't be fresh, and I want to give you guys like blind runs as much as I can. Zanny, if I had the chance to make merch, would I make it? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Oh no, I sound like the person off of TikTok. So it's coming. It's coming very, 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 very soon. There's Avalon merch coming very, very soon. And my birthday is coming up on the 7th of April. The 7th. Mark it on your calendar. Do it right now. Turn around, mark it on your calendar, because my goodness, there's I can't say too many details, but like it's like I don't have my body pillow, unfortunately. I'll fight for that we're going to have to try for that another year, but maybe later on, maybe if we can band together, and if we do the thing, if we do this right, there's a very I just got the art like semi-confirmed for it, and there's this shot, and I'm like covering like a thing with my leg, and it's and like there's the thing, and like you can see my you know, I can't say specifics, but like ooh like set I got to give some input. And my input was adding some spice. And I had to. And I'm hoping that like the more little merch drops and merch runs that I do, I can just progressively gaslight the Dark Overlords into adding more and more spice. which is my plan. That's how I do. And yes, listen, I'm not being mean. I've been working really hard though, really hard, like so hard on getting these ready to roll and ready to go, and super there. And there's more coming before then. There's more coming. I can't say, but there's more coming before the 7th of April. But the 7th of April is specifically about me. So, teehee, love me. But there is stuff. I'm working hard. Well, hardly working, both. But yes, that's something I'm really keen on. And obviously, you know, I have to thank the Dark Overlords. Big thank you to my Dark Overlord, my Dark Overlord Annie, for turning around and putting in the effort that she does. It's insane, because obviously I had to be the one with the early birthday, and I had to be the one where like we do the first week and the second week, and I host Valentine's Day, and I have the soonest birthday. And on top of that, I do X, Y, Z. And on top of that, I demand another thing. And on top of that, I got another thing. I'm actually like, again, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not meant to, that no one knows about yet. No one knows about. I've been working on a little secret project for the last like while, and I haven't told anyone. I haven't told the Overlords. But I'm going to the Overlords like today, tomorrow. When I pluck up the courage to go to the Overlords, mainly yeah, high Overlord, I don't know, high over lady, high over demon lady. I'm going to be like, hey, I've been working on a thing, and I know I was meant to tell you, but I didn't tell you. But now I have it, and here it is. And by the way, here, love me, teehee. I've bent rules in a productive way, I swear. I don't want to waste time, if that makes sense. And like I literally like, oh hi, surprise. I'm a nightmare to work with, I think. So like I think I'm a bit of a nightmare to work with, because like I set my mind to something and I'll just be like, okay, I'm going to go step outside and do it. I'll be back when I'm done. And I'll come back with like 3 things and be like, these are all my things. 2 of them weren't even what I asked to do, but here, I want you to take them. And I've always been a little bit naughty though. I've always been a little bit playful, and you know, you can't take the ink out of the incubus. That doesn't make sense. The bus, you can't take the eye out of the incubus, but I'm hoping I can put it together with you. I'm productive. I'm a little workaholic. I was actually speaking to another creator, the other night, who I'm not going to say for his own, you know, thing, but also at the same time, he's having his re-debut soon, and you know, just reposted it. I love him, and you know, we were vibing over our workaholic nature, and I was like, that's very cute, it's very cool. I'm making like Vtuber friends, which is something I'm really surprised at, because I'm not normally like the friendly person, you know. You know, I'm normally like, okay, like I'm not going to be friends with you forever. Like it's quick, easy come, easy go. Although less on the easy side. And you know, now I'm like, oh, wait, are we buddies? Oh, that's cute. That's so cute. You're a mess. You know, you meet people and like, you're a mess. I'm a mess. Let's be messy together. Tee-hee. But yes, that's a huge part of what I'm enjoying. I didn't think I'd enjoy this all as much as I did, but I'm having a blast. Like the chats, the visual novels, the little games, playing Minecraft. What is up with Minecraft? I know that sounds like the most ridiculous thing. Like, hey guys, what's the deal with Minecraft? But genuinely, what actually is the deal? Everything's so different now. I played it and everyone was like, oh, like that's a normal thing. And I'm like, these blocks are new. I don't understand them. These blocks, they're so new and shiny. I'm scared. It's, you know, it's new and different, and therefore it's wrong and scary. You can tell I've been taking my human lessons very well, and you know, because I had all these blocks, and I'm like, ooh, you know, well, literally a time skip. It was a time skip, because I remember sitting with one of my little demon friends as a child, and his mother making pizza rolls. And the 2 of us eating pizza rolls and playing Minecraft on the Xbox 360. And he had a dog called Poppy that was a Pomeranian, and the dog was more interesting than he was. But it seemed the dog stuck in my mind more than he has, to be honest. But they were little mini pizza rolls. So they were I don't know. They must have been like these weird knockoff ones, because they were like, I have such a graphic vision of this in my mind. They were like pizza rolls, except they weren't rolled. They were like folded in two. They were like little mini pizza discs that were folded in the middle like a calzone, but they didn't have any like real amount of cheese in them. They were just sort of filled, and I don't know. Because I remember we were told there were mini pizza rolls. I don't know. I was just more interested in the dog. Sometimes you just like people's pets better than you like them. So there was a point in the last while where at one point I dated an individual who was the this sounds terrible. The son of one of these property owner millionaire people. And I did that for just a little bit, maybe 2 months, 2 and a bit. And I remember the reason I hung around for so long was because I liked his friends and his cat more than him. And I was like, oh no. And I realized I had this moment where I was like, wait a second. If you take the friends and the cat out of the equation, would you be coming here? I'm like, no, I would not. The friends and the cat are not in the equation anymore. And that was the strange wake-up call where I was like, this is like the slowest moving, most boring thing. When I tell you, when like, not even BF, no. This was just someone that was there. Okay, they were a filler arc in anime. Okay, and there was nothing getting filled. Just full anime filler arc of a being. I think I've mentioned before, this was the one that would watch The Simpsons every night, non-stop, and would just binge watch old episodes of The Simpsons, would not watch anything else on the television, would not watch anything else, no movies, no nothing. The dude would sit down, right? He would go, he'd make one of the same 3 meals. It was either ramen or like or like fish or like something else, and he would sit down and he would watch old reruns of The Simpsons for 3 hours straight, and then go to bed. And I'm like, it's 2023, my guy. Who's how? I was so confused. How can you sit and watch The Simpsons for 3 hours? Like, as a show, what? Like, don't get me wrong, but I can't focus on anything for more than 8 minutes, really. You know, I have such a thing where I'm like, okay, I can't focus on anything for too long. And like, you know, when like, I think you can tell. It was one of those people where like, if you spoke during something that was on TV, he'd pause it to turn around and be like, yes, finish what you're saying, then I will resume what's there. And I'm like, no, I need the background noise. Let me have background noise. Let me do that. I want to have background noise. I need it to survive. I need it. It's why I always have headphones on and they're like always playing music, or I have little earbuds in and they're always playing music if I'm not here, or there's this strange ambient music that seems to follow me wherever I go in the club. I don't know if you can hear it, but I have this strange Persona-esque music that seems to follow me no matter what room I go into. But that's it. That's it. Danny needs Subway Surfers gameplay in the corner. No, what was the thing? I saw one of those silly little, I was scrolling through like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook videos or something, and I saw someone who turned around and was like reading like War and Peace or something like that. I know, and as soon as that happened, they're like, oh, you're distracted here, and they just pull out the phone and Subway Surfers is on it, and like they hold it up as they're reading, and I'm like, oh no, this has become a meme in and of itself. Then again, it's sort of the same on Twitter with, you know, my nudes in bio, that one, in case you haven't seen. They're everywhere. I don't know why those strange robotic ladies are there trying to show very bad things, and I'm like, no, I don't wish to see those. You're not real. Like, you know, there's no appeal. And, you know, chances are that listen, I know you're trying to give me a virus, okay? I know you are. I know you're trying to give me a virus or do something, but why are they everywhere? Like, they're everywhere. They're like cockroaches. They're bad. I feel like I'm going to have my food hygiene standard here drop. Do we have... Does my club even serve food? I feel like we do light bites. I feel like we do... I don't know. Nothing too carby. Maybe. I'll have to check with the staff. If we do light bites. I feel like full course might not be right. But no, I'm like, what is this? Also, I saw that someone did a little Zander tumbler. I'm like, that's adorable. Yeah. Sorry. Had a little yawn coming on. As you can tell, I have a sleepy little sleepy sleep. Don't worry, I am still present. But you know how it is. Long days make for long nights. Yawn clip. More coffee. Good idea. Coffee come take yawn way now. But I am very glad I haven't sneezed on stream yet. I'm very glad I haven't sneezed because I've been told I have sneezes that sound like a kitten sneeze. It's like, it's very, you know, that's very there. And I'm like, ooh. When one of those happens, that's gonna get clipped. That's going straight into one of those, what's it called? The little streamer sneeze compilations. You know those. That's definitely I've seen them, and I think it's so cute that people have entire channels based around just clipping people's sneezes, but like because people have cute sneezes. I love that. You know? I suppose I do. I suppose I do. There's something strangely endearing. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And obviously I have to hype up that I'm doing my big 10K stream this Friday, which I love. I adore the idea of just getting to do a stream to celebrate hitting 10,000 subscribers. But like, I hit 10,000 subscribers at the end of last week, and it's only Wednesday today. Only Wednesday. And we're already at like 12,000. 12 and a bit? 12 and a number? 12 point something? 12 point... We're already at 12.5, 12 and a half, which is... Ooh, I don't know who decided to pull my tail and get me revved up, but that's a number. Ooh, that's really fast. Like 12.5. Someone decided to give the base of my tail a rub and send me somewhere. But you know, like, oof, like hooray! But I think maybe it's just I feel like I've settled into my new role of being your personal incubus who can flirt with death, talk about whatever lewd topic is needed, and vibe. Oh, we shall get you to 20k by your birthday. Who knows? I'm never going to say anything's impossible, but I am very glad. I'm very glad. Very glad. Weird change of topic, but it just kind of entered my head. And I always find it very fun to play games. But I remember when I was a child, when I was a little zanny child, okay. So back when they used to sell physical copies of video games everywhere, I remember I used to turn around and it used to be so difficult to buy like overage games, you know, because I'd be a little zanny and I'd be like, and I'd walk into these game stores and I'd try and buy, you know, a game that had like 18 on it or 15 or something, and and they'd turn around and they'd be like, oh, like, how old are you, sir? And I'd be like, I'm 18. And they'd be like, no, you're not. And I couldn't buy it. But I remember there was this one guy, this one store where all they did was employ young emos. They used to just only employ like these young emo boys and girls to work at the game store. And what they would do is they wouldn't care how old you were. Like they would turn around and I'd be like, I don't know. They would turn around and they would have these little people there, and they would they just didn't care. And you'd go up and they'd be like, how old are you? And there was me, you know, doughy-eyed as Annie, like you know, like the yeah, that one. I'd be like, I'm 18, sir. And they'd be like, okay. And then you buy the game. They'd be like, okay. And they just do it. They just take the money and that would be cool. And I feel like everywhere has like that. I don't know. I miss the feeling. There's no feeling that compares to getting an overaged game when you're too young to get it, by actually walking into a store and being like, you know, yes, I am 18. I swear. I am Zander Adultman. Is that a BoJack reference? Is that a BoJack reference? That is a BoJack reference, isn't it? I love BoJack. It's one of my favorite shows. It taught me how to be human. I learned how to be human from a horse. But yes, absolutely. That's wonderful. Let me see. Would I play games that have naughty elements? Depends how naughty. Because obviously, you know, I don't want to get too in trouble with, you know, the old YouTube gods, but I mean, if I'm willing to play visual novels, you know, I can get to a certain place. Like, I'm not going to turn around and bust out slow damage as soon as I start streaming visual novels. I just crack my knuckles and I go, okay, everyone, let's see this little twink get split in two. But you know, but I don't moderate my language at all. Oh no. But like I don't. That's over the hour mark. I want to say we're safe. You know, but Jesse, thank you for the way out of this. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, darling. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. I hope you have a wonderful day and an even more wonderful night. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I take a shot for every time Zanny accidentally slips in language. I'm so sorry. I am so very sorry for being as I am. No, I'm not. I wish I felt some type of shame for how I am, but unfortunately I do not. And as a result, I am here. I am as what I am. I do as I do. But yes, you know, I'd love to play games that had like a little bit of spice in them and kind of got close to that line with YouTube, but I don't want to step over the line and end up getting bonked, you know. And then there are games with like lots of expansions to them that add a lot of content. I saw someone mention Our Life Again, but you know, I bought almost all the expansions. I didn't get the football friend and the Baxter expansion, but you know, I got all of the others, and you know, I like that, you know. I do love visual novels that have expansions. Date Death announced an expansion, and I might hold off on. I do want to complete Date with Death next week, first thing next week, same time, same place, all of that. But I also want to turn around and play the expansion, and I have to question, like, when is the, I don't know when the new expansion comes out, but when it does come out, I've got to play it. I've got to. I saw someone on Twitter was doing art of like me doing things to death, and like, because I had like my little hand on his lips and stuff like that, and like my little thumb on his lips, and I was like, oh, how very interesting, sir. How very interesting. How there. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. I love that for you. I love that for you, Death. No, it was a work in progress. I didn't reblog it because like I don't normally reblog when people do like works in progress shots, because of the fact that, like, at least me personally, if I was like still midway through working on something, I'd prefer to just have like the finished product like redone rather than like showing the work in progress, because I turn around and I'm like, okay, if I don't know, maybe it's a me thing. I think it's a me thing, but I saw someone doing it and I'm like, I'm watching you very closely with great interest. Yeah. But yes, it's closely with great interest, and I appreciate that. I think that it's interesting, because I mentioned earlier already how much I enjoy seeing people's artwork and how much I enjoy seeing the little memes, even just memes. I love memes. Do you get memes? Oh, of course. I try and reblog like as much of the artwork that I'm like, whoa, as I can. There's so much stuff on the tag, and obviously I don't get shown everything on the Netherbrand tag, because Twitter is a bit rough around the edges sometimes. Like I get kind of sad that there's some art that for some reason gets filtered out, like the nail on the Incubus one. A couple of the thumbnails people have been generous enough to make for me, I've had sent directly, and even though the link has been there and it's been tagged with Netherbrand, it doesn't, or not Netherbrand, it's been tagged with nail on the Incubus. They don't show up on the hashtag, which is so sad, because I'm like, I don't want to turn around and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, so I try, and I have like I have a friend that's like doing a keyword search for me every once in a while, and then going, okay, here's one, and I'm like, okay, good. So there. Oh, 𝓱𝓸𝓼𝓽. Good night, Zander. Tomorrow have morning shift. Time for bed. See you VOD and next stream. Thank you very, very much. Sleep well. If you feel good, you might see me in your dreams. Who knows? But have a wonderful night. Look after yourself. So yes, I'm a huge fan. I will say I've never used Twitter before, like this, before Zandering, before deciding I was going to Zander all over it. I'd never done it before, and now I'm like, oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's so, yeah. Okay. So young Zander was kept away from the internet because it's a bad place, full of tumultuous things, and people waiting to carry him off into white vans. And then as I became this Zander, I was like, oh, I can have some fun here. It's the classic thing of like lack of experience made up for by enthusiasm, and trust me, I've had many cases where my lack of experience has been made up for by enthusiasm. White vans with candy, exactly. One day it's going to be, white van has a year's supply of candy in it, but until then I'm just going to stay out of the white vans. Why? Yeah, I'm just gonna stay out. I'm just gonna be the chaotic little behaved incubus, you know, the same little guy that ran around IKEA hiding in the closets. Which, by the way, if you haven't done it, do it. Go, do it. I had this terrible idea for like a thing that I would find funny. I wanted to like set up a camera in IKEA and film something in one of the little pre-existing sets, right? So you know this is an awful idea, but I feel like it's so chaotic and memey, I have to do it at some point in my life. But I wanted to just set up a camera in one of the IKEAs and get it so that it's like one of the little kitchens, the little one. I love IKEA, but one of the little kitchens or like lounges they have on display, and I wanted to get two people to go in there, and I wanted them to just reenact the fight from A Marriage Story, and just be in the kitchen, and it's just, you know, it's the whole thing. It's like, I never wanted to get married, and I don't know why, but I love the strange, almost like the weird world within a world within IKEA, within like a display room, between like people watching, and then it's you know, because if you think about it, there's an artistic merit to it, right? There's artistic merit to what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is that it would be like the ultimate fourth wall break within the walls, you know, the walls. And you know, I would obviously sit in the corner and I'd play my Game Boy Advance with Pokemon on it. Or I'd be like in one of the little bedroom stools next door, and I'd be there, and I'd be under the covers playing Pokemon Emerald, and and that would be cute. Pokemon Emerald was like one of the best. It was so good. Rayquaza was scary though. I must have been such a scaredy cat. Well, I am a scaredy cat. Excuse me. I am a scaredy cat. Very much so. Huge scaredy cat. So Pokemon Emerald used to scare me because whenever I'd walk into like a place with legendaries, I'd think something was going to jump out at me and be like, do 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 do. Black and White were the only two Pokemon games I didn't play. So I played, my very first Pokemon game was Pokemon Red, and then it was Pokemon Emerald, and then it was Pokemon's, I want to say like Diamond and Pearl, and then I played the Alola one, which was garbage. And like I mean, I'm not trying to be controversial, but like, come on, okay? They had so much going for them with Sprigatito, and they threw it all away. They mid. But then again, I'm like, am I too old for these things? Am I too old? I feel like I can't turn around and like, you know, be like, okay, I can lay in bed playing Pokemon all day now. I did take a day off. Of. So, I'm a huge fan. Since it's Valentine's Day, let's make this romantic again. Let's make this romantic. Let's kick this into the romance sphere. I'm ready for the romance sphere. I'm a huge fan of taking yourself on little self dates. I love self dates. So what I've always done is I've always set aside one day for myself at some point. Every handful of months, maybe once, twice, 3 times a year. And I will turn around and I will take myself on a self date. And I will take myself to a coffee shop, and I will get myself coffee, and I'll go to an art gallery by myself, and I'll get myself an art gallery thing, and then I will go to the restaurant that's attached to the art gallery, and I'll eat their fancy Japanese food. And even when it actually all started because of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So Pokemon Sun and Moon came out just as I was finishing
part of a degree in school. I had a lower degree qualification somewhere along the line, and I remember there was a day that I didn't need to go into school, but I was living with my grandparents at the time, and because they lived very close to the school, and I turned around and they wanted me to go to every single class, but we'd already done the exams, and the last day was just everyone goes in and, you know, says something and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I can't be in the house because of the fact that, like, I've been told I need to go to every class. But the class that isn't very important, and it's literally just everyone going, oh, goodbye, everyone, goodbye, everyone. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about that. Goodbyes are boring. I hate goodbyes. I'm more of a disappear out of the room while everyone's speaking to one another sort of thing. I'm just like, okay, I'll say goodbye to like one of you and then I'll be gone. And it's easier. But like, so I decided, heck, I'm going to take myself on like a day for me. So I changed my clothes after I left the house, and I got on a bus, and I arrived in this little bit of town, and then I got there, and I bought Pokemon Sun for myself. And once I bought Pokemon Sun, I saw that, and I remember this so vividly, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was in theaters. It had just come out. And I bought myself a solo ticket, a just me ticket. And it was the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, and I go into the cinema and there's no one in there. No one. It's just me. That no one else had bought tickets, and they weren't even going to run the movie if I didn't buy a ticket. So I swan up in there. I like sit on one of the big chairs. I get my bucket of popcorn. I like kick back. I turn around. I spread myself out, wing unfurling onto the adjacent seat, legs kicked up over the side, big soft fluffy padding everywhere, and the movie starts, and I sit there in this empty cinema watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2 on my ass, just enjoying myself. And I was like, oh, I am living La Vida Loca, baby. And I'm there, I've got my Pokemon Sun and Moon, I'm like able to make noise, I'm able to go on my phone, I'm able to like turn around like there's no one here, I can do whatever I want. And oh, it was perfect. Best way. I can't remember a bloody detail of the movie, but I remember I was there completely alone. And it's only ever happened where I've been completely alone in a theatre twice in my life. Once was for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and the other time was for the Dark Knight Rises. That was it, no one there. But I saw that movie like 3 times, so I was like, okay, that's fine. But yes, self-dates are so good. Take yourself on one if you haven't done it for a while. Next time you have a day off, set aside the day and be like, yo, if I was dating me, if I was going to turn around and date me, where would I take myself? And I would be like, oh, and just take yourself to all the places that you would want to take you on a date. And you just go, it's so good. And it's like a little bit of self-love, and you can round off the day by having like a cool little bath. You draw the tub, you sort of like relax in there. I don't own a bath right now. I only have a shower, unfortunately. But, you know, that still works. You have the warm water, you relax. You do whatever you have to do, and you just do your thing, and you enjoy yourself. You know? Oh, see. Do yourself. Do nice little things. Get stuff for yourself. You know. Oh, hello, first-time watchers. Come on in. It's lovely to see you. But yeah, definitely take yourself on self-dates. I highly approve. This Incubus approves. And trust me, I wouldn't turn around and approve otherwise if it wasn't a very, very good idea. You know, because it's Valentine's Day. And you're spending it with me of all people, and let's be honest, like this is a top tier choice. S tier choice as well if I was appearing on one of my good buddy Cassian's tier lists. But very clearly, S tier choice and company. So if you're here, I know you've already got good taste, so you'll very clearly see how good taste it is to take yourself on self dates. So easy, easy. I love the treat yourself dates. Yeah, exactly. I will turn around and I will not treat myself for 6 months, and then I'll have one day where I'm like, it is now treat myself time to drop a stupid amount of money on myself. Teehee. Because I'm cute. But also I like spoiling other people. I do. I like spoiling other people. And you know, if I've caught feelings and I'm being all mushy for someone, I'll be like, come here, darling, let me wrap you in nice things. Okay? Come here right now. Get over here. Get over here. If I might, can I still do my scorpion voice? Can I still do my scorpion voice from Mortal Kombat? Let's see.
Get over here so we can cuddle.
That one. Not my best, but you know, it works. It works. Yeah. Damn, OMG. It's a thing. It takes a little bit of editing to add the little echo to it. The echo adds a lot. Definitely. That sounded accurate. Yeah, I've done it before where I've actually remade that as a little clip, but I've added echo to it, and the echo does so much. The tiny bit of echo that they add, it huge amount. But yeah, the whole
Get over here so we can cuddle
is such a cute thing. I love the idea of just, you know, someone aggressive cuddling. You know, Scorpion throws that stupid little chain he has, wraps it around me, and then just immediately drags me off to one side and is just like, and I'm wrapped like a barnacle, you know? Love that. Or just anyone. I just cuddling's great. It's overrated. Oh, no, not overrated, it's underrated. I cuddle with all my friends. It's good. It's good, you know? Like cuddling friends, giving them little kisses, it's cute. I'm fine with that. You know, like I know people are like, oh, well, sometimes that's a little bit too much physical contact or a little bit too much physical intimacy, but I'm like, you know, I'm a very physically intimate person, and I'm probably the most like physically outgoing one of the boys, you know, out of Avalon. I'm definitely the most physically outgoing. I'm like, I just like to hug and hold and have arms and all of that. Who do you think would be the best to cuddle in Avalon? Me. There's no question about it. Me. I'm sorry. Anyone else, you're wasting your time. It's me. Like I love the boys. I'll always extol their virtues, but it's me. I've got the big arms, and I've got the right build for it, and I'll hold you tight, and you know, I have experience cuddling with a variety of people. Okay, I can do big spoon, little spoon, the weird little gay pose where I drape myself partly across you in an alluring way. You know, the one that I'm gonna call like the way that a bottom cuddles, where they're like, you know, you're laying on their back and they're laying on their side and they're like half on you and their like leg is draped over you, you know, that one. I can do that. I can be the one who's laying on his back. I can wrap you in my wing. Obviously, you know, it's like the little waist cuddles. I feel like it's about pressure. It's like I can go on to like what makes like a good way of being there. You know, I'm the cuddler. You know the thing that they tell you to do, where it's like, oh, do this and you'll see whether or not you're touch starved, where you get your hands. Okay, do this with me. Do this with me, chat. They say that if you do this, it can tell whether or not you're like touch starved. So you take your hands and you cross them so that they're like towards yourself, right? So you know there's the bit where your hands would be like facing the opposite way, as if they were someone else's hands, you know? And you like start like gently stroking your face with like your hands facing the opposite way. And like apparently if it makes you feel something or like gets you all tingly, it makes you like it shows that you're touch starved. Like, you know, it's like face and neck, you know. So you take how do I describe this visually? You sort of, well, yeah, you just have your hands cross over and you like reach towards yourself, right? And you just do that. Like I'm doing it right now to myself, where, you know, my hands are like crossed in front of me. I guess you just bend your elbows so your hands are like across from each other. But you know, you do that. I tried it, but for some reason my hands keep choking me. I don't know why it's doing such things. I don't know why. Why are my hands doing this? It's like I don't control them.
Okay, it's naturally sus. No, I'm not into choking. I swear I'm not. I just saw the joke and had to take it. I just had to. I had to. I saw the joke and I had to take it, okay? You can just be both. You can just do both, okay? It's okay. I promise I'll be good. I promise. I'm so sorry, Manager-san. Dark Overlords, I'm so sorry.
I don't think they watch my streams. Okay. The Dark Overlords told me that they don't watch my streams because it's too late for them. So I'm like, how much can I get away with? How much can I get away with? How much can I be like, oh, you hello, you know? Because I feel like as long as I don't do anything too crazy, they're just like, oh yeah, you're doing good. Like we're looking at the numbers and statistics and everything, and you're doing good. And I'm like, okay. So as long as no one snitches on me, I can keep being this raunchy little incubus. Okay, no snitching. If you snitch, you lose your pass to Club Netherbrand. I can be very sus. Although one of my managers was watching the Minecraft stream. They were watching the Minecraft stream, and I started like yelling about them midway through, and they were like half asleep while they were watching the Minecraft stream, and they like woke up and like freaked out because I was talking about things. So I was like, oop. I caught myself with that one, you know? Although they didn't have a problem with me singing Dorime, which I guess it's a meme song. And also it's from the 2000s. So, you know. It's like... Inter mio ad appare dorime, amano, latiremo, dorime. That one, you know, that one. I weirdly like that one. You know? listen. I might be a demon, but I was told I have a choir voice. I have one of the little choir soul-y voices. All right. It's a shame. It's a shame because like my voice is on like the deeper side, and a lot of the Crossing Fate stuff was very like high-pitched J-rock. So I couldn't quite flex out during that. I couldn't be like, okay, check out these bass notes, baby. So it was definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing where I'm like, I'm spoiling for something in a lower key. I'm like, give me something with a nice low register, you know, something with like a nice lower little pitch where I'm like able to turn around and be like, okay, we're able to make use of this now. We're able to be like, oh, here we go, you know? Because I know that I have a bit of vocal fry. I know I do. And it's a thing where it's seen as like a blessing and a curse musically. Because on one hand, because I have a lot of vocal fry, it means my voice sounds a little bit cricky-cracky at times. But on the flip side, it also gives it a very unique sound. And it's the same issue that I know a lot of artists have, where, you know, you know what they say. You know what they say. If you're not gonna get given something, then get something yourself. Make something yourself. So yeah, you know, either way, you know, just turn around and do the thing. Okay, I've said enough. I've said enough words. And yes, yeah, yes, I can't say anymore. So, but yeah, I really do feel like I've found my nice little niche with FSP, and I like it. And you know, it's cute. It's very, very cute. I hope that this can just continue to be a regular forever thing. You know, I'm here to stay. You're stuck with me. You know, you are stuck with me. All of you. There's no getting away. You're caught. You're enraptured by me. My tail is wrapped around you, and it is very strong. I have a very strong tail. Okay. My tail is so strong it can lift my own body weight. It's like Nightcrawler's tail. It's prehensile and able to hold me. It's thin, but it's muscular, you know? It's cute. I can see you as a slow jazz singer. That's actually some of how I got taught. I got taught to sing jazz and very like slow-paced soul things. I got told at one point I had a soul voice, and I was like, oh no, those are difficult things. Is my tail sensitive? Spade, no. Body, not really. Bass, very. That's yes, very. That's what I've always. That's what I'm standing by. And yes. The wing doesn't feel anything though. The wing is like fine mostly. It's just the main bone bits and the webbing in between. Like the little hensible which is on that side, the little mandible, the little hooky bit, the purple thing. I can't really look at it because unfortunately because it's on my spine, it like turns as I turn, which means I'm stuck forever seeing the back of my wing like a dog chasing his own tail. But like it's there. I'm stuck forever trying to see my own wing, you know, like chasing it around, you know. Why do I have only one wing? It's a sad story filled with drama, heartbreak, love, loss, betrayal, and of course a good bit of murder. And I think I go into a little detailed version of it on my debut 2.0. I'd like to retell it sometime and, you know, actually do it in a more concise and focused manner. But long story short, I sacrificed my wing to save someone I cared about. And then, unfortunately, that care wasn't repaid. Tee-hee. But it led me to where I am now, and I'm thankful for it. Yeah. Plus, also, oh, thank you for wanting to watch the 2.0. But no, my 2.0 is actually one of my favorite things that I've done. That's probably one of my favorite streams that I've done, because it was so chaotic and messy, and like at the same time it featured a lot of fun things that I don't think I would have been able to do if I'd planned ahead, like the Omegaverse quiz, and how, you know, everyone's like, oh, Zander, you're so breedable, and you're so Omega, you're so aggressive Omega. like yes, I'm a princess. Did you not know? I deserve to be doted on. Saying words on stream is a trip, absolute trip. You know, I dream of just one day turning around and being even more chaotic than I already am, which I appreciate. I can never. Like Zander, why are you like this? And I'm like, well, I just am, you know? I feel like none of us I can't be blamed for the way I turned out. I'm a product of my environment. My environment was the underworld. Therefore, nothing about me is even slightly wrong, you know? Oh, don't worry if you're just joining. We're just talking about just the 2.0 stream and like a little review of that and how things went and how it was fun and how I did the Omegaverse quiz, how everyone's done it now. I can't believe I think Roscoe did it the other night in call with me, and it was cute. It was cute. I won't tell his result because that's for him to say, not me. But you know, it's a Roscoe result. It's Roscoe. Oh, do I have any pets? No, but I'd like one day. See, whenever I've lived with other people, because I spent a lot of my early years here in the human world living with other people, and one of the things that I've done is I've always lived with roommates who have animals, whether it's snakes or bearded dragons or a cat. But it's always been that if I live with roommates who have a cat, their cat always ends up liking me more than them. And I don't know why, but we turn around and we just vibe. And there was this one cat called Lucy, and I've mentioned him before, and I bring Lucius into every game that I play where there's the option for a cat. And his mother just like was so confused over the fact that he and I vibed so hard. Like, he would sit there and I'd be there working or like typing things for an exam, or I'd be like clicking or something, and he would just curl up under my hand. There was one time where this little dude, I was there typing away, and he started, like, I kid you not, he walks up and he just starts headbutting my side, like wham, 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 over and over again. And I'm like, what do you want? And immediately I just, like, because I take a hand off my computer, and I'm like, what do you want? Just curls up, like squidges his head under my hand, curls up there, and I'm like, you bitch. So I take my hand off and I go back to typing, because obviously I'm writing an essay, and immediately this little bastard gets up, goes back to like my side where my hip is, and just starts slamming his head into me over and over again, going wham, 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 wham. And I'm like, stop it. What? You have paws and claws and you're choosing to smack your head into me over and over again, you absolute idiot of a child. And I'm like, fine, I can type one-handed, but here's my hand, but don't do it. And like, he would be so grabby, so I'd put my hand on his head and he'd snuggle there for a bit and he'd be fine with that. But then he'd eventually move his body around my hand, right? Which is fine, you know, the little cat paws and cat hands wrapped around my hand. But when I try and take my hand back, the claws would come out. The claws would come out and he'd be like, no, you try and take your hand away from me. I'm keeping parts of it. And I'd be like, no, let me have my hand. Let me have it back. No. And I had to wait like a long time. Like, it's his hand now. But the time I was living with Lucius, I had more cuts on my hand than any other time, because he was always wrapping around my hand, putting out his claws, and then like trying to hook them. So if I ever tried to take my hand away, and I'd be like, no, the cat owns you now. Yes, the cat does own me. It's a thing. It's like, this is, do the cat boy voice for it.
Sorry, master. This is my hand now. Yeah. Take it back if you can, bitch.
You know, like the little cats are like that. Like, take it back if you can. I love that. I love that. It's something that I really, I don't know. I just really love how possessive cats are. I find people, okay. I find like possessiveness a weirdly attractive trait at times, you know? Like, this isn't a prompt for anyone to go insane, but like, I find possessiveness such an endearing trait in like almost every walk of life. And cats just know how to do it. Like, they know how to do it. They're like that's mine. That's mine. That's my human. That's my human. If I have to share my human, I'm scratching you. And yes, big love to that cat. He's still out there. I think he's in some part of Eastern Europe right now. His mother stole him and moved to Eastern Europe with him. Stole him back, which is good, because I like 5-second cliff note version of the story. Lucius's mothers broke up, and then there was a custody battle over the cat, and he ended up getting taken to like Rome by one mother, and then the other one, who's my friend, broke into that house and stole him back, and then got on an international flight with him. And I was like, okay, you go steal your cat back. You go do your thing. Okay, I'm not unfamiliar with the connection to needing a cat. But yes, I love the idea of owning a cat, but, or like a pet, just in general actually. But unfortunately, I move around a lot. You know, I travel a lot. I'm always in a lot of different places. You know, Club Netherbrand isn't always a static place, or it isn't always a singular place. Sometimes it's static, and I feel like it would be unfair for me to own a pet if I didn't have a forever home for them, you know? Because I hate the idea of like adopting a pet, getting it, living somewhere, and then 2 years later when I have a chance or an opportunity come up somewhere else, I have to go, okay, back to the shelter with you, bye-bye, you know? That just feels, that I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. I would feel like such an arse if that happened to me, you know? Like, I would feel so bad. And obviously, you know, so I know some cats would be fine with being brought along, some cats wouldn't. But I also don't want to make that call for my cat, you know? I don't want to be like, oh, or my dog, or my snake, or my bearded dragon, or my bat, or my Roscoe. You know, you have to turn around and kind of choose. And yeah, I guess there are options to there are options to home pets without adopting them? Oh, that's interesting. How's the chair do? I'm so sorry. I have a very squeaky chair. I had to lean back for a second. Don't worry though. Don't worry though. It's good. It's good. The chair is fine. It's just got a little bit of creak. It's the booths. The booths need oiling. Okay, Club Netherbrand booths need a little bit of oil, but it's good 90% of the time. It's just when I have to like lean or like tip it back, it makes that noise. And yes, I'm already fostering a Roscoe, to be honest. I'm already fostering a Roscoe. I can't have any other pets right now. Okay, he's very busy. He's difficult to cope with. He's how do you say it? He is a full-time commitment. He's a full-time commitment. I had to explain how like certain forms are like broken down to him the other night as well. I had to be like, you know, this is this bit, this means this. This is this bit, this means this. This is this bit, this means this. And it was so cute because, you know, it was like, I revel in the opportunities to get to like teach my gen mates basic adulting skills. Because like occasionally there's like, I've been adulting for a little while. And, you know, I'm not super old, but it's just that I started adulting super young. And at the same time, like, I'm able to spread my knowledge of adulting, and I find that such a good, blessed, like, way to do things. I really love turning around and just being like, okay, I know how to do the adulting here. I've got you. Taxes, let me show you how to do them. Let me do this. Come here. I'm gonna do my thing. And yeah. Would I recommend getting a Roscoe to others? It's a big commitment. A Roscoe is not just for Christmas. A Roscoe is for life. You have to have a good bit of room for them to move around, because occasionally he does catch the zoomies. I also would say that you need a good Wi-Fi connection. Maybe somewhere where you can't. Maybe somewhere with like good soundproofing or good insulation, somewhere where you're not going to disturb the neighbors, because, you know, Roscoes can be very loud. They can be very fast in the way they talk. Sometimes they go through bouts of randomly screaming, "Dad mate, dad mate, dad mate," and you need to kind of wait for them to pass through it. But, you know, it's also a very rewarding experience because, you know, it makes you feel wanted. And sometimes he does have the capacity to be sweet, and sometimes he can be a bit of a tsundere, and sometimes he becomes so aggressively tsundere that he forgets the dere part and just becomes pure sun. And yes, just the little running around and screaming. He's very sun, very sun. It's cute. It's an adorable little congruence, as it were. Obviously, he's got a stream later on today, actually, after my ASMR stream. I don't know how long my ASMR stream is going to be, but I'm thinking of just, you know, keeping it nice and chill and quiet and relaxed and seeing what kind of comes out of it. And I thought that, like, doing a little ASMR, you know, date with an Incubus for Valentine's Day would be sweet, because you need one, and it's a good way to unwind, you know, a professional person on like a good little date, and we can be like, oh tee-hee, look at us, you know, because I have no Valentine's Day date this year, which is a calamity. It's a crime. Actually, surprising fact about me, which is really interesting. I've never actually been with someone on Valentine's Day. Every time I've managed to find a human that I've had the desire to keep around for more than a couple of weeks at a time, I always end up ending things before Valentine's. Like, really, never in all my 126 years with humans and demons and everyone, it's always just a window where it's always like November, December, I'm like done with everything, and I'm like, okay, shoo, you're done now, you little scamp, get out of here. And then I'm like, woo, and Valentine's Day comes around, and I'm like, okay, because I'm always in that window where like I don't really need, I'm perfectly happy with like, you know, being like, you know, a single Pringle who goes with the wind, and at the same time I'm able to be like, okay, you know, if there's someone worth it, there's someone worth it. But I'm happy, and I don't feel like I need someone for Valentine's Day. I don't need someone or desire someone for Valentine's Day. I'd like someone there, but at the same time I'm like, there's no point in me being with someone or like holding on to something until then. And it kind of makes me feel like, when I do get my first Valentine's Day with someone, maybe it might just be the most special someone. After all, I'm spending this Valentine's Day with all of you, which means we must be dealing with at least some, you know, a good dose of the special in there. So yes, we're spending Valentine's Day together, all of you on my Valentine's Day. I don't know if you saw my little Twitter post, but in case you didn't, here we go. Here's my little Twitter post I made last night, because obviously my impulsivity took over and I decided to be impulsive as always. Where is it? Oh, I didn't download it. That's too bad. Well then have this one instead. There you go. Ooh, I sent it away. But yes, here, have this one. It's here we go. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm inside your walls and in your bed too. That's cute, right? It's cute. That's from Twitter. But yes, that's beautiful. You know, I like to make sure that I have the absolute best possible, you know, opportunities to something, the Yat for the Rizzler, something. Of course, that's not the only one I turned around and did. There were also other options that I played into, and one of these incredible other options, which I feel like I need to share with the class, because sharing is caring, and you know, and all that, is, apart from this, if I send it away, shoo, is this lovely one. And you know, if you want to send them to people who you care about as well, go on my Twitter, you can download them. Here we go. Will you be my Valentine? This is a threat. Oh no, you will be my Valentine. This is a threat. From me to you. There you go. You know? Felt like this one is this one's very good. This is the one where you turn around and say, oh, he's serious. You know? I feel like that face screams serious, you know, look at that. What a look. What a handsome demon. You know? I haven't sent these to anyone, but you can go to my Twitter, you can download them. They're like easy to do, and then just feel free to like fill them in and send them to someone. Do it. Send them to your partners or just your friends, and it's great. It's great. I actually adore them. And like, it's the colors as well, you know, they work. I used the pink and blue color scheme, so they work both ways. They go both ways. They're like me. And it's the thing with the little real. They're missing the hand with the gun. The hand with the gun is cute. I find that such a meme. I love the little gun hand meme. Obviously, I think I just like memes too much in general. They're so silly, but they're so human. The design is very human, and I love that. That's great. I really do. I really, 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 really do. Obviously, I've got a bunch of. I post lots of silly things, and I've been told to do more, and I'm like, but I'd rather only post a few times a day and just make them really classy than do a dozen. Yeah. The design is very human, not the bisexual lighting. People pick up on that. I'm surprised how many people pick up on that. I try not to make it like my whole thing, but also I'm an Incubus. I'm kind of stat locked here, I'm kind of locked into this job class. It's like Final Fantasy. I've chosen to be a tank, and I've already completed Dark Knight, so the only way to move forward is to go Gunbreaker. Or like I've gone Marauder, so now I need to just turn around and work my way into Dark Knight. Oh, good. The laugh is good. The laugh is real. Some people are like, the laugh isn't real. I'm like, yeah, no, that it's real. I'm stuck with it. My fake laugh is like, ha 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 ha. Or like, I don't know. I'm used to fake laughing. It's like, but it's real. I'm stuck with it. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with this. I'm stuck with the accent. I'm stuck with everything. Honestly, it's there. It's there. It's suffering. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. But yeah. I know that there was this one phase where the British debuff. Listen, I'm not British. I'm from the underworld, okay? I'm from the second circle of hell, all right? I'm all the way from the second circle of hell straight to your screen, baby. That's where I'm from. It's like a very enjoyable place. It's wild. It's like always spring break. We got a lot of we picked up the accent because reasons. But yes. The second circle has a British accent. I'm not sure if you knew, but it does. Lots of the second circle has a British accent, which is an interesting trip, living our best life. But I think we'll be wrapping up very soon. It's been a fun little couple hours, and I had a real blast. And obviously, I'll be doing the little ASMR stream tonight, where I'll be like, and I'll be saying lots of cute words. I've got an entirely new setup again for the ASMR stream, because I'm trying to always improve my sound quality, and I really want my sound quality to go through the bloody roof. I want it to go through the absolute roof, and I'm waiting till the end of this month, because at the end of this month I should be able to get a 𝓂𝓸𝓼, and when I get the 𝓂𝓸𝓼, ooh, baby, you're in for something. I'm gonna get one of the little mics with the ears and be like, I am now all up in your ears. I hope you enjoy hearing me in your ears. I'm going to be like, chugga 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 chugga. That. I'm gonna do that. And I was looking at videos of people I was meant to be teaching you how to use the 𝓂𝓸𝓼, and there was this one video that I saw of this girl, because I was I typed in 𝓂𝓸𝓼, like ear mic use tips or something like that, and I remember it was 40 minutes or 20 minutes. It was some multiple of 20 or 40. and it was 20 minutes of ear biting ASMR, and I was like, I don't think this is quite the one for me. I don't think this is quite the one for me. Like, I don't know. I feel like lots of ear biting is like, is that too horny? Is that too horny? I don't know if it is. I feel like on some level it might be too. Like, don't bite my ears. We barely know each other. You know, getting all nom 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 lem 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 blep 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 blep. You know, I don't do that. I don't know. I feel like I tried biting the ears a couple of times just to see what it's like and how it sounds. You know, because like ear biting and licking, and I'm like, maybe. Does it give? Does it do the thing? I don't know much about that. I've never actually used one of the 𝓂𝓻 before, but you know, little like the little like ear biting and licking. Like, I don't know. Is it too? I'm like, is it too intimate? Is it not? Is it not intimate enough? It's sussy. Okay. It's not just sussy. It's not just sussy. It's like a little sussy. It's mildly sussy. I'm just like, okay. I mean, I don't know. YouTube was very generous with my date with death, where, you know, I said some near unforgivable things, but, you know, maybe I can be a little more sussy. Should I be sussy? Should I be unsay so? I think maybe I had to have everyone explain to me like a while back what was like say so and unsay so, and like, oh, wholesome and unwholesome, and I'm like, okay, I know that. I know that now. So I definitely have the unwholesome vibes going for me at times. I like the unwholesome vibes that I can bring though, because I feel like there are times where unwholesome just sort of works, you know? Like, you can turn around and you can be a little bit spicy, you can deliver a little bit of everything, and, you know, there's a certain way that I feel comfortable speaking to all of you in chat that I don't think you'd find would be found with those real interactions, you know? Because obviously I'm like this full time, but I can't exactly walk up to the randoms at the bus stop and turn around and go, hey, listen, I want to split death in two. When that little dude started getting all blushy, I don't know, it brought out this dark side of me where I was like, I want to turn you into a mess and leave bruises on you. You know, like, you can't turn around and do stuff like that to random people. Yeah, I guess you can, but, you know, it's a very it's an interesting one. I feel like I'd get the cops called on me if I said some of the stuff I would say in these calendars, in these little streams, sorry, in like real life, you know. But then again, real life is really just one big random encounter generator, isn't it? It's just one big constant, one random thing flowing into the next with just random encounters. So maybe it's okay. Who knows? Yeah. It's just all one big RNG. which I appreciate. But but yes, I totally trailed off on that. I trailed off on my thought. I latched onto it and I kept going. But I think that's a good point for us to start wrapping this stream up. It's about a half hour shorter than the usual morning coffee, but I do have a lot of talking planned tonight, and I do have another thing that I'm appearing on, and I'm going to surprise people and all of that. But thank you all for coming out, and of course I will see you all very soon. I will be setting up the link to my next stream as soon as this is done, so get ready. I'll see you on the other side, okay? You're all very cute. Go. Get ready. We have a date tonight, you and I, okay? Dress well, dress nicely. Go get ready for our ASMR date. Okay, can you do that? Go do it. Go. Yeah. All right. Shoot. Get out of here, you scamps. Okay, go. Look your best. I want you to look your best. No, what am I saying? You've always looked your best. Let's get out of here. Go.